Hi, I'm Bethan and I'm a teacher of English. I chose to become a teacher because I wanted to work with young people and young adults and help them to develop their confidence in reading, writing and to become the best versions of themselves. I didn't want to work in an office. I didn't want a job where I was stuck behind a desk. I wanted to get out and interact with people and make a difference. I use things like 3, 2, 1 to get attention. In English it's really easy to say put your pens down, look at me, that works really well. It will work in other subjects. Things like eyes at the front, you need to make sure they're not wandering and looking out the window. Hands up also works, especially with year 7. It's just little things that you build up over time. I'm a very kind, calm teacher. I want to build relationships with my students so that they are comfortable in that lesson and comfortable in classroom environments. I want to have relationships that will last, so if I don't teach you in another year, you're still comfortable coming and speaking to me. I think I'm very approachable, and I think that's a good quality for a teacher to have. You need to be someone that can command respect when it's needed and be listened to, but also someone that students are comfortable in your presence, because otherwise you're not going to have the relationship that you need for learning. I think this year behaviour management has been the most challenging thing for me. We obviously lost a lot of face-to-face learning time because of lockdown, and you didn't have to do behaviour management in the same way when you were on Teams. So when they came back into face-to-face learning, you had to rebuild those relationships and start again, and you haven't had as much time with them as you would have liked. So that's something going forward that I'm definitely going to keep working on. You need to be organised. You need to have a good work-life balance. You can't work every hour under the sun. I did at the start, and it will kill you. So you've got to prioritise what you're doing, plan your time. Make sure you've got something to do that's not teaching related. Have a hobby, go out with your friends, go to the cinema, do something for you. Remember that teaching is just your job and it's not your life. It's a wonderful job, but you cannot let it take over your life. So make sure you prioritise yourself, otherwise you get swept up and you'll get lost in it. Get Graham's phone number if you're training with Penistone, because it will be the most used one in your phone book and he will be fine with that. He answers the phone whatever time of day. So get Graham's phone number, buy folders and planners and use them. Don't have things lying around everywhere. Make sure you're organised. I would recommend having like a little plastic wallet for your lessons every day, so you've printed your resources out the night before and then you've got them ready, and then you're not turning up and thinking, oh my, I've got 30 children in front, I've got 26 sheets. So be organised. And then I would say talk to your mentor, speak to your mentor, ask them questions, use them. That's what they're there for. They're not there to sit at the back of the class and observe you. They are there to support you and guide you through your teaching journey. The students in front of you are the best thing. When you walk into the room and teach them something exciting or something new, and then you hear the discussions that come from that, and then they ask questions, and then they leave your lesson still talking about what they've learned and wanting to learn more. That's the best part. It's what all work is for, it's what all your planning is for and your meetings and everything that comes with it. But the best thing is your students and learning about them and helping them learn about themselves. I'd like to be a Senko in the future, working with SEN and disabled students in a mainstream setting and helping them access the education on the level that's appropriate for them in a setting that they deserve to be in. I'd also like to be a mentor at some point, a mentor, a trainee. One day I'd like to be doing what Graham does and running a training programme, because I've learnt from the best and I would quite like to take these skills to the next generation. So I've got big ambitions for the future, but there's time. I'll do it one day. So I was a student at Penistone for 7 years and I loved every second. I was taught by such passionate, kind, enthusiastic teachers, and I knew that if I learned to train in that environment that I would be just as good as the staff that taught me. And I think Penistone for me has been the most supportive partnership I could have picked. I applied for others and I'm really glad I didn't choose them, because Penistone is personal. You have a friend in the staff. You're not just a face in a crowd, and I think that's the best thing about this course.